Yo, 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 what up, fam, bam? We in the building once again. It's another edition of No Boundaries, Just My Opinion crew. We up in here, full effect, self quarantine, stay at home, I guess for three of us, because
Yeah,
one
I'm
of
about to
us is
say,
actually on the road right now.
as we can see, hey man, you be careful out here, man.
Oh man, I stay safe out on these streets, man.
Yes, sir.
Big dog, we got Juan Fuego in the building. What up, Juanie Juan?
What up? What up? How y'all doing today? Happy Resurrection Day.
We got yeah, see,
Kia
you got
Roll.
me because I was gonna hit Deacon Zaid with that.
Oh man.
Happy Resurrection Day, Deacon Zaid.
Oh man, peace to you, brother.
What up, Tia?
Hey y'all, happy Resurrection Day.
We are missing one of our other young ladies up on the show, Tata. Um, I guess she's on a vacation somewhere in the Bahamas somewhere.
Yeah, hey man, she don't have that 5G, bro. She don't have that 5G yet.
Hey, so I know this episode is airing be a little bit after Easter, but we wanted to just get on and wish everyone a happy Easter. Hope your family as well during these trying times. So let's jump right into convo, man. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna start with Tia first because I think me and Tia are the ones that are single. We both have kids. Not now. I'm not saying about Juan Saeed. We are single. We are the ones out in these streets. You know, not like that though. um, but so the question at hand is, when do you open up and introduce your child to your significant other, someone that you're dating, someone that you're seeing? When do you open up and have your child meet that person? How many? Is it a couple of months? Is it a couple of dates? Is it a year, 2 years? Like how long? How long do you think it should be, Tia?
So, personally, I think you just have to like use your own discretion. Now, I'm very like careful when it comes to my son. I don't, everyone that I do date does not have to meet him. That's just my personal opinion. If it's serious and it gets serious enough, yes, I'll introduce him. But I've had one case where I was able to allow him to meet someone, but it was under a different circumstance to where it wasn't like, oh, this is mommy's friend. I allowed him to get his hair cut by this guy that I was dating. And I was able to see how he interacted with him without,
Mm,
Caleb saying, now he's looking for him like, where is he at? When
right.
is he gonna come over? If he were, to come over, when are we going there with him? So I think it just depends. Now, as far as if you're looking to actually enter into a relationship, I think it is important that you see how that person interacts with the child because, say, for instance, they don't have children, you need to see how they are with kids,
Mm,
But
I think that's very
I
important
don't,
at the end of the day.
right, because they can do really well with you, but kids,
Right.
right.
don't know how to
Right.
speak
Yeah.
to kids, they don't have
Yeah.
patience. Um, so all those things are really important. But I don't believe in a certain timeline. I feel like you'll know when the time is right.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be too early or too late. So it's really your own discretion. Now, on the other end, before I even had my son, I dated someone who had a son, and we had gone on a few dates, and we were meeting up again, like at the mall or something, and he had a son with him. And I didn't even know that the son was gonna be there. And I was just like, feeling
Caught you
so
off guard.
awkward.
Yeah.
Right.
Caught you.
Be,
Caught you off.
be,
Like, what's up, little homie?
right, like, hey. And you know what's really interesting? It really changed my view on that because I started, before I even had a child, I started thinking like, well, does his mom know that you're like bringing him around
Mm.
other women? And it just got me to thinking, even
And I
before I
think
Right.
had
that's
my own
a
child.
big thing. Because you are introducing a child to someone else, and of course that child is go back and say something. So I mean, yeah, it is a situation. That is a question, that should be brought up in the Juan Fuego. What you think?
Um, yeah, I don't think that there's a certain timeline. I think you just have to feel things out, right, and go with your gut feeling, right? I mean, because, and even doing that, it's going to be some mistakes made, right?
Right.
Somebody is not going to show you their true colors off the bat. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
what you don't want to happen, and what I would hope would never happen, is they get upset with you and take it out on your kid.
Yeah.
Ooh, come
Um,
on now. I've
that's
been
a
there.
Mm.
I don't, man, when it come to kids, I don't play around with the kids, bro. I'm very protective of kids, and because they didn't ask to be here, right? So
Right.
um,
Right.
I just, I don't think that there's a right time, but you really gotta do, like you said, Tia, that background, that investigator, see how a person is, see how they are around other kids and things like that. I mean, you never
Right.
know. That's my thought on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Deacon Zaid?
Oh man. I'm pretty much the same. I think that I don't think you'll ever know. I haven't been in that situation, so I really don't know exactly what I would do if I was really in that situation. However, just from like input of people that I know have been through it, I think like Tia said, you'll know when the right time. I think it's kind of reckless, or maybe that's like the wrong word, but or irresponsible if you just introducing them to everybody you date.
Everybody.
Like,
Right.
I
so
agree
I
with
guess
that as
that is the
well.
right word. So I guess it would be reckless or irresponsible. Like everybody you meet, this daddy's friend, this mommy's friend. Because then it's like, because one day your kid gonna say, "Mama, you got a lot of friends." You know what I'm talking about?
or
But
when they become adult, and think back on it, be like, wait a minute, was my mama?
yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you know when they be talking about? Where did Uncle Ronnie go?
Yeah,
Mama, where Uncle?
yeah,
Right? You
Yeah,
know what I'm
because
saying?
children will ask.
yeah,
They
Yeah,
will
no
ask.
yeah.
doubt,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Let
But
me
I just
ask this question. Go ahead, Zane.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask this question. And back in your dating days, for you, were
Who
you
me?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah.
this question is back in your dating days. Were you
Okay.
reluctant to date women that had children? Like,
Okay.
Good
was
question.
that like taboo?
Well, what's funny is I don't think I've ever said that I wouldn't do it, but I actually have
Mm-hmm.
twice.
Mm,
And the first time, um, it was kind of cool because it was just kind of like a talking thing, long distance type
Mm-hmm.
thing. And the funniest part was she was like, "I think I'm gonna try to make it work with the baby's father."
okay.
Mm.
And it kind of hurt a little bit because at first it was like, nah, we good. He do his thing, I do my thing, and I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Right.
right.
But then after that, I was kind of like, nah, bro, never again. And then it happened again, and the same thing happened.
Oh,
But I think it was
yeah.
because of I'll just say this. I think it, and no disrespect to them or at all, but I think I think it was because of how young the children were,
Mm,
that it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that real separation. Now if I was in that same situation again, I would for sure make sure the child was older. Before I even let it get to that point because of what I've been through.
right, right.
But that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't happen for everybody. It doesn't
Yeah.
always work out like that. But for me, it just happened to work out like that. So, but yeah, I wouldn't be reluctant to. But the same thing has where the parents are talking about, they gotta make sure it's right before they meet somebody. I think
Right.
that you need to be mentally prepared as a man or a woman to date a man or a woman with a kid, because it's not easy.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not
Exactly.
easy, especially with the sometimes they had a kid, sometimes they don't.
Right.
Uh, so you got to be prepared that you're not going to be how can I say it, first place. If I got like if Tia got Caleb and you call me, I can't go out.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless we
Yeah.
all rocking together. And if we not at that point, then you got to understand that.
Right.
So
Right.
I think it takes a maturity level on all aspects of when you into that. So
And I think, I'm with you. I'm going to piggyback up that those, and I think a lot
yeah.
of folks really at the end of the day, I think it's important that if you date somebody that has a kid, they understand the responsibilities at hand. When you date somebody
Mm-hmm.
that's never had a child, and like you said,
Mm,
if I got my child, I can't go out, I can't do certain things, and then
Right.
people start getting upset. They got an attitude like, "Oh, you don't want to have time for me." They don't understand like the child comes first. The child is
Yeah.
number one in my life, and
right.
I think that's where you kind of
Right.
have that importance of trying to find someone that does have a kid, or actually truly finding somebody that understands that
Understand.
aspect of it.
Right. Yeah.
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 Well,
Yeah.
I know another part of it for me would be I wouldn't want to get emotionally attached to the kid, and then things don't
Mm,
work out, and now it's
yeah.
like,
Right.
well, we've been doing this stuff together, and it's a tricky situation, very tricky.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I agree with that too, one, because if you and with both situations with mine, I wasn't really like, I mean, I knew him, but it
Right.
wasn't that much of an attachment like that. But even that part, like when you're going, you see the movies and things like that where the guy, I think it was the space movie. I forget what movie it was, but he was like, he was marrying the mom, but he was like, I'm marrying you guys too.
Right. Right. Right.
And he was just like, I gotta show you the same love as if you were mine.
Right.
And it
Right.
go back to the same thing. If you're not ready for that, then don't do it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Don't even put,
Yeah.
and it's
Exactly.
and it shouldn't be. But I feel like, okay, let me ask Tia and Pee Wee, maybe since you guys are in this position, what if a guy said that was an issue? Would it bother you? Would you take it personally? Or a girl, Pee Wee, same thing. Would you take
What
it personally,
exactly
or
is
would
the
you
issue?
understand that you have a kid?
If you can't accept my child, then we don't. It's nothing to talk. Like we don't need to move forward
Right. Right.
Yeah.
because
I'm with T on that. Like,
that's not even a discussion. Like we could just shut it
Yeah.
down right here.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
on my end, we could just be, smash buddies, and everything is all good. you, you,
Hey, if that's what the person is looking for, that's cool
Right.
too.
Hey. Yeah.
But
Hey. Well,
it's just
yeah.
like don't waste my time. I'd rather
yeah. We don't
somebody
even
tell
have
me
to
that
go.
up front, because
We don't even have
that's
to go
like
further.
right. That's a huge fear of mine. Like dating, and then even even dating somebody, and they meet the child, and it seems like they're things are good, but when it comes down to say for instance, even having another child, you get married now, you have another child, and then you start noticing, because I've seen this now, they're treating the child that you guys have together,
Mm, wow.
better than the child that you had prior to getting married. So it's just
Yep.
like,
Wow.
if
Wow.
you're
Wow.
gonna
Wow.
come into my life, you have to love you loving on everybody.
Yeah.
Like
I
we're
don't think
one
that's
Yeah.
big
important.
happy
Cause
family.
yeah.
But
So, but it
I think
happens a
that's on.
lot. It happens a
But I
lot.
will say this on a bigger note. When you are whoever you're dating and you guys do get
Mm,
serious, I mean, it's just not my child; it's my family too.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
like you guys, like
Fact.
the FCF family. It's not. You come into the family like you
Right.
come into my
Yeah.
family, but you come into like the family.
But Pee
Right.
Wee, but when you say that, I think it's, and this is crazy, and I know it's just not our family, but our family is special.
Hmm.
We built different. Um, but I feel like even the people we date, like we wait for that too, because the way our family gets down, like you don't want to bring somebody around that your cousins don't like, that your
Right.
aunts don't like, and even though it shouldn't matter, but
Mhm.
deep down, low key, it's like,
It
okay,
matters.
yeah, because if my family
Yeah.
rock with you, because we got a cousin, she just
Mhm.
brought a dude around. I'm gonna keep it funky, um, but he cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the first time we met him, everything was good. He just fit right in. But I think
Mhm.
that how tight we are. It's like you kind of fearful of that person being accepted. But I tell you, like
Mhm.
even me and Juan, even our wives, we don't have to be somewhere for our wives to go kick it with our family. You know what I
Right,
mean?
Facts.
right.
Like that's
Yeah.
just it. Just is what it is. But like you say,
Mhm.
like when you meet the family, you coming into the fold. If we take you in, like you in. You
That's
know?
why it's a big deal when we bring people around, because it's just like this is the real deal.
Right. Yeah, for real. Seriously.
Yeah. No,
Seriously.
I absolutely agree. And I think this is a great topic to discuss, because we all have kids.
Yep.
Two of us, well, two of you guys are married with kids.
Mhm.
Me and Tia, no kid. I mean, no significant other, but we got
Right.
kids though,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I got mine with me right here,
Hey.
Hey,
What's up,
just
babies?
waking up
Hey,
from a nap.
kids.
Yeah, yeah, little tiny baby nap. But
Yeah.
I think it's important, at the end of the day
yeah.
that, we do try to make sure that we have somebody that is very important for our munchkins like this at the
Right,
end of the
Mhm.
day,
right,
and
right.
Hi,
um,
Bailey.
and we just make sure everything is safe, everything is copacetic.
Mhm.
So I think we about to wrap this up.
You're going in and out, Pee Wee. So listen, our next topic
Yeah.
is a question of this: would you lie on the stand to save a family member?
Mm.
Mm,
Would you
wow.
lie on the stand to save a family member? Tia.
I went
Come
first
on,
last
teacher.
time, so I'm gonna pass it on over to somebody else.
Hey,
Okay,
let's
okay.
let Pee Wee go
Pee
first.
Wee
Let
go
Pee Wee
first.
go
All right,
first.
Pee Wee.
Hey, okay, hold on, hold that thought, hold that thought. Zaid, go first, and I'm gonna go after Zaid.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um. You know what? It's when I thought of when I heard the question, I'm like, dang, like, what do you do?
Right, right,
Um, because it's a conflict. It's like your family, bro.
right, right.
And then, but then, but then if I get caught, I'm going to jail too.
Right.
Well, here's how I looked at the question. Right.
Yeah.
One, what did they do?
Right.
or
Okay.
or, or,
Yeah.
or,
Right.
or, or,
Yeah.
or, or why are we here? Right? Like,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
it for
Yeah.
murder? And is this
Right.
person really like, okay, who are we talking about? Are they capable of really? I mean, like, did they do it? Like, if I'm up for murder, right? If I'm up for murder, I didn't do it, bro. I didn't do it.
Right. You
I
just
just did.
straight up, you didn't do it.
I didn't do it. So listen,
Oh my
I don't care
god.
what nobody's saying. I did not kill nobody. I didn't
Right.
do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And
No, I get it.
yeah, if
I get it.
like if I'm called to court and they say the case is Tia and Zaid are accused of stealing $10,000 from Bank of America.
We didn't do it.
Right.
Nah, bro, they didn't do that. Nah, no, they didn't do that.
I
They didn't do
love
that.
it. I
They didn't
love
do
it.
that.
They listen.
That's just not your character. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
Mm.
right,
That's just
right.
not your character. Now, if
Yeah.
they say Jethro, um Jethro is on trial for killing Malcolm,
Right.
and he got two teardrops,
Then
right?
he going down.
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
Jethro might have
yeah,
did it, and
yeah.
I can't risk my freedom because I'm not
Right.
built for jail.
And this is what I'm saying, Juan.
I'm not built for it.
If this is the case for me, like if you need an alibi, I got you.
Right.
You was with me.
Right.
Like it ain't
Right.
that ain't even a question. That's like this sounds so bad. But if Pee Wee called me right now and was like, Z, I was with you last night.
Right.
We went to the cigar lounge
Right.
from this time to okay.
Right.
I don't need to know why. I don't need to know who gonna call or who gonna ask. I'm like,
Right.
that sounds so bad.
Right.
But I'm just telling the truth.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm absolutely with you on that. 100. You know, I'm with Juan. It depends on what it is.
Right.
Because again, when you get on that stand
Right.
and you put your hand on that Bible, you could put both of all of us could go in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Gone.
But if it's my child, I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
If it's my child,
Mm.
I mean, I'll take that hit. But if like I'm with you, Z. If you need an alibi, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. But
Yeah,
it
for
depends
sure.
on what it is.
Right away.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay. So let me put this twist on it for y'all then.
Okay.
This is for everybody. You get a knock at the door, and the sheriff is looking for your child. Are you turning your child in? They not home right now. No, they not home right now, right? They not home.
No, you're gonna have to get them.
Mhm.
You're gonna have to come get them.
Yeah. So what are you hiding your child out? Like, are you
I'm not gonna hide them, but I ain't telling them to turn themselves in.
Where
either.
they are.
Yeah. You're gonna need a warrant to come in this place.
Yeah.
By the time you get a warrant, we
Juan
somewhere else.
Okay.
Look here, man. I've been watching a lot of US Law and Order USV, homie.
Yeah.
So you gotta go get that warrant.
Hey, I watched the Blacklist. You know what I'm saying? We
Hey.
out. We out. Somebody coming to get me. I'm calling the homie like, hey, you still got that crib in Mexico?
Yeah, man. But I think, I think it is important though, just to know exactly what the situation is. If I know what the situation is, then I can move forward on, how I'm going to maneuver and how we can maneuver, and get this situation straight. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to maybe murder, that's when I'm kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I still need to know the details, though. I still need to know the details. But the murder part is like, yeah. Anything else, I think we can work with.
I didn't do it though, bro. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I say this all the time. If y'all get the phone call, come get me.
Right away.
Come get me.
Right away.
Listen, I will pay back whatever I need to pay back. I will do whatever I need to do. I'm going to show up to court.
I love it.
Because I didn't do it.
Right.
Hey, that is hilarious.
Man, I didn't do it.
I know you always used to tell me, like, bro, hey, I know you used to always tell me, like, bro, if I ever go to jail, bro, get the money together.
Yeah,
right
man.
away.
Listen, let me tell you.
Get me out of here.
Let me tell you why. I had 5 warrants. I had 5 warrants at one time, right? And I got pulled over. And I knew I was going. It was Gardena police. They took me to the holding cell. And at the time, I was working for the trucking company, and I had a red polo on with black khakis.
Oh,
and they was like, if somebody don't come get you by 6 o'clock, you're going to county. So I called my homeboy, right? Big Jess, and I was like, hey, man, I need you to call Pops. He was like, no, I'm going to call Mom. Listen, don't call her. She's not coming. She's already told me I'm not coming to get you. He calls my mom. She's like, what you calling me for? I was like,
oh, my God.
She's not coming. I need you to call my daddy.
Oh, my God.
Pops came and bailed me out. That $1,543.68.
Damn.
And you will never forget that number, huh?
Right.
Never.
To the cent.
Never. Came and got me, bro. But then I went to court on the tickets, and one was like $600. They knocked it down to $25. You mean to tell me if I would have came in the beginning, I wouldn't have had to pay all this money?
Right. No, you needed that lesson. You need that lesson.
Yeah,
because now you don't ever want to go back.
Unpaid tickets.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Why you just
Listen.
didn't pay the ticket?
No. Hey,
I was young at the
I
time.
am, but I'm bad at that too. I'll get a parking ticket or something, and I won't pay it ever. And Trina be like, "Oh, you need to pay it." Yeah, I got it. By the time I gotta pay my registration, I got like
Yeah.
2
You
tickets on
got
that
tickets
thing.
on there.
Bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they way more than they should be.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Brothers
bad at that.
brothers registration is $452
Oh
on a
my goodness.
97 Forerunner, bro.
Cause the
This ain't got
ticket.
3 parking tickets.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, what Martin say? He was like, I got parking tickets, but they was in your car.
What
It seems like
what they
it's
gonna do
mostly
to
guys
me?
though.
Right.
Yeah, we're
Rarely hear women
irresponsible.
say like, "Oh, I got a bunch of parking tickets. I had
Yeah,
to pay this much on registration because I got to gain the parking ticket."
yeah, we're
Yeah.
irresponsible. We're irresponsible,
Yeah.
and
especially
it
when you're young.
and it depends on what city it's into because most cities are more expensive than other
Mm.
cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know, I got a ticket in. I remember I got a ticket in Downey, California, and I'm saying California for the folks that are not
Yeah.
from
Because
Cali, so you don't
worldwide.
know.
We
Mhm.
So,
worldwide.
hello, and in Downey, like the ticket was like 80 something bucks,
Mm.
and it was in the red zone. I was parked in the red zone,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and it was like 80 something
Wow.
bucks. But I was in Inglewood, same thing, parked in the red zone. It was like, and I was with KGLH, and we got a ticket. I couldn't believe they ticketed
Wow.
the KGLH
Yeah,
van
right.
in the red zone,
Oh.
and the ticket was like 60, 50, 60 something bucks.
Mm.
Mhm.
So it depends on the
Right.
city too. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, yeah, it does rack up because the city, at the end of the day, they want their money.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
want their
for
money. They
sure.
gonna get their
And
money.
that's an easy way to get it.
I Yeah, man, very easy. And like you said, most folks are not gonna pay it, so they know I'm a double up now.
Mm.
The
Mhm.
city gonna double up now. So,
Yeah.
all right, man. This is a great episode right here.
Yes,
I ain't
sir.
even gonna
Mhm.
lie. Will you introduce your child to your significant other when? When is the right time to do that? That was first
Mhm.
discussion. And then second
Mhm.
discussion is, would you lie, would you commit perjury
Mhm.
to save your
Yeah, right.
family member?
Yeah, for
Yeah, yeah. Would you save your family member if you had to go on stand in the court? Would you lie for your family
Like
member? Would
I
you
didn't
commit
even give
perjury?
my solid answer.
Oh, go ahead. Go
real.
ahead. We
So
got
Go
a few
yeah.
ahead,
minutes. We
Tia.
got a few
So
minutes.
I would. I definitely would, but I need somebody like Annalise Keating or something to back me up, so I know I'm good.
You
Especially if
need,
we dealing with murder, you know.
you
No,
need,
I'm just
yeah,
playing.
yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
not mad. I'm
But
you
not
the
gotta
mad.
have the right
alibi,
person.
right? The alibi, I got it. I'm good. Yeah.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
I'm with that.
I'm
I'm with
with you.
that 100%.
I'm with you.
All right, man. For myself, Big Pee Wee, the No Boundaries crew. Don't forget, you guys can catch this episode on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and now on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen.
YouTube.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
YouTube. Type in. Hit the
Uh,
subscribe button.
Yes.
as
Like
you
and
should.
subscribe.
For Tia, Juan Fuego, Deacon Zaid. Once again, this is the No Boundaries crew. Make sure you guys check us out on IG, No
Yes.
Boundaries _ JMO. You guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully we see
Oh,
you guys real soon. Peace and blessings. We out.
yes, sir.